Call meeting to order at 7:05. Record those members absent as present.
Bullard.
Here.
Reed. Here. Carrera. Here. Morris.
Yes, I'm here.
Jessup.
Yes, here. Item 2 is the consent agenda. The following items of a routine nature normally approved at board meetings will be approved by one vote unless any board member desires to have a separate vote on any or all of these items. Consent agenda consists of the discussion, consideration, and approval of the following items. A, minutes of the March 9th, 2015 regular meeting. The minutes of March 26th, 2015 special meeting. B, activity expenditures. C, approving encumbrances for and signing warrants of A, general fund, B, building fund, C, child nutrition fund.
I'm just keeping up with everything.
Any discussion?
Is 358 for the stock show in
Any activity?
general fund?
Should be at 358 in the general fund.
For OP, purchase order. That one there.
358, reimbursement for mileage. Huh?
Yeah.
What was your reimbursement for mileage?
State Capital,
Oh,
Oklahoma City,
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
OASSP.
okay.
Okay. That's all I had questions after.
Just talking about POs, I was thinking warrants.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Got my numbers crossways.
That was state captain's, but, right. I understood that right?
Mhm.
Okay, okay. Gas, and I still get screwed up on how this pays out. Still sometimes don't understand it. On the increase of your gas, the PO is 5,000 or not, that was that's what we estimated it was gonna be.
When she goes in at the start of the year,
Mhm.
she does an estimated blanket purchase order.
Right.
You correct me if I tell Shane different than what you do, but she
Right.
does an estimated blanket PO
Right,
to get us started.
right,
We,
okay,
we don't encumber all of our monies because we don't want to tie up all of our operating funds at the beginning of the school year.
Right.
As we get throughout the school year, we use that portion that we estimated, so we have to increase it as our bills.
okay,
come in.
that's, I knew there was something there I wasn't thinking of right, but I was looking at it again.
You
I've been
get
doing
that-
down there a long time, but I still don't understand on how all the dollars sometimes get connected, how they work, so.
Well, and, you know, I used to do it differently, a little bit differently, because we would go in based upon our temporary appropriation and do a short estimate to start school year with too. And then when we get our permanent appropriation, we do more one time, and then we know what our budget was for the year, and
Right.
increase them all at one time. This way, a lot of times you bump them every month, and, you know, first few times I did that, I'm sitting there going, my God, you know, we're spending all kinds of money,
Right,
but, you know, I see the benefit of doing it either way.
right. I see, I understand what it was now, I just
Especially
was,
when I'm getting down towards closer to the end, I'm not increasing it a whole lot.
right, I just,
The other
Just looking
way
at it.
I used to do it, we get to the end, we'd have a bunch of blanket purchase orders out there that we overestimated, we'd have a lot of money tied up. This way, you don't have that, you're just increasing them what
as
you need them,
Right,
so,
right.
but you don't have those every month, but you're increasing, so.
I understand now, I just was,
it-
I needed a refresher reminder, that's all I was asking.
The first year
about.
is driving me up the wall, sitting here, and I said, God, what are you,
Yeah.
but,
What was the deal on the gasket for the walk-in?
Yeah,
Is that
that walk-in freezer is a gasket between the refrigerator and the freezer. And the wire's broken, that gasket, it's a one-piece unit that has to come in and out. And what it does is it runs on juice all the time to keep that from freezing up. And when it broke, that door was freezing
shut.
sealed, big old frost.
what caused the break?
I don't know,
I mean, that's not that old a unit.
nope, the wires broke in it.
You can get in it with a padlock on it, that front door.
You've tried, though.
They showed me the other night. You can open it with a padlock on it.
Can you fix that?
that's after they haven't been back out there.
That's the refrigerator part.
Oh, the
That's not the
refrigerator.
door they're talking about.
Oh, okay.
And strangely enough, they hadn't showed me that. So they're showing the wrong person.
I figure you can fix it.
I think it'd be fixed. But it's broke.
Yeah.
So,
A motion on item 2?
Motion on the consent agenda.
Second.
All those in favor?
Fuller,
Yes.
Reed. Yes. Herrera. Yes. Morris.
Yes.
Jessup.
Yes. Item 3, superintendent's and principal's report.
okay, on the monthly revenue collections, on this sheet right here, 1 year ago in April, on our gross production revenues, as a point of comparison, we received $16,349.84. As you can see, on Friday, last week, we received gross production payment of $21,568.04. For the year, to to date, we've received $293,876.47. That compares to a total collections and gross productions of $201,512.81 for fiscal year 14. So for the year, we're up $92,363.66, and we have 2 more months of collection to go. And that's the big one this year. I dare say I'm kind of leery to say if that's going to be the big one next year. There's a lot of people out there that would like to have a crystal ball and be able to make that estimate right now as they're preparing to start trying to put budgets together. The auditor's estimate for this year was $181,361.53. When we put our budget together this year, my estimate when I put my operating budget together was $200,000. If you read the Alva paper at the Cherokee board meeting Monday night, there's an article in there that stated that their gross production revenues are now down $300,000 from their first of the year projections. So gross production is going to be a big player all across Oklahoma in many school districts, many county budgets, and the state budget. It's going to have a tremendous impact both in schools that rely on this, and by default, it will have a big impact in school districts that get very little gross production, because as that revenue stream goes away, those schools will take a big bite of state aid. Mr. Carroll will be here on Wednesday to complete the district audit. We should have hopefully that report for you to present at the May meeting. That'll be a pretty quick turnaround, but hopefully he'll have that wrapped up. He picked up quite a bit of material earlier in the year. Hopefully he's gone through all that, and he'll be here on site on Wednesday, hopefully to complete that part of the report. And he'll be able to complete that for the May meeting. Phil?
Okay, quite a bit of stuff. April's been just halfway through, it's been busy. It's just gonna speed up and get more and more busy as we go throughout the rest of the year. Today, we had junior high kids at Laverne for track meet. Earliest report I have, Austin Reed won second place long jump. Lance Bowler won his heat and placed 6th in the 300-meter hurdles on his very first attempt to ever run them. So I thought that was pretty neat for a kid that's never jumped hurdles in his life and goes out there and wins 6th place. First time he ever did it. We'll have more results. We got a couple more track meets coming up this month. Last week, Ms. Selfridge took a group of students to the annual FCCLA State Convention in Oklahoma City. Had a great time. You'll see more information on that in the newsletters. It's going to be coming out later this month. Our girls golf recently made trips to Fort Cobb and Kingfisher. Encountered some pretty bad conditions at Fort Cobb. We had some really dense fog, and we just had to play through it. And everybody's scores were up. Our girls placed 3rd in that tournament. We went to Kingfisher. There were 30 teams there from 2A all the way up to 3A. Schools from the city area, from down around Hobart, all the way up around Tulsa came. Our girls had their best round of golf on that golf course that day. I'll find out tomorrow. The assignments are going to be released tomorrow, but most likely I was told we'd be going to Boiling Springs for our regional qualifier, and that's next week on Tuesday. A week from today, we'll have our annual sports banquet in the cafeteria at 7 o'clock. We'll honor everybody participating in basketball, cheer, soccer, golf, track, and academic team. Invites, you should have yours, and sent the rest of those out today. Last week, we had 2 of our soccer players that are co-oping with Alva for soccer. They traveled to Cordell and won 4-0. And as I found out, that was Alva boys' first soccer win. ever. So, congratulations to them. Christian Herrera was there and had 2 assists, and so they have a match tomorrow in Clinton, and then I think next week they'll be in Alva for a game. Tomorrow we'll start our OCCT and EOI testing. Encourage, if you've got kids, encourage them to get a good night's sleep. If you see them, see parents, encourage that. Be at school early so we can get everybody fed breakfast. We'll be starting testing. You know, we won't start right off the bat each morning. We'll make sure everybody has breakfast and has time to settle in and get to where they need to go before we start testing them. Encourage them to do their best as we expect to see our students do well again. This Friday at the Fay Banquets at 6:30 in the cafeteria, invites for that have been sent out. This Saturday is the national ACT test. I think we have about 5 kids taking the test, so wish them good luck on that. May 2nd will be the junior-senior prom. It's going to be in the Legion building here in Freedom with after-prom festivities in Woodward at the skating rink in Woodward. Next week, on the 17th, you may have seen the signs as you came in. The library will be holding a buy one, get one free book fair. That's something that they approached Ms. Wares about, and they are going to send, I think she's hoping they'll send a little bit fewer, but I told her to expect quite a bit. They'll probably fill this place up with books on a buy one, get one free thing. So. And that'll run through the 28th, so she'll have quite a bit of time there for kids to get in here and parents. May 1st, May 8th, no school. Baccalaureate graduation slated for Thursday, May 14th, start at 6. I have 7th, 8th graders and 7 seniors graduating this year. May 5th through the 12th will be a senior trip to DC and New York City. Students will be back in school on the 13th and then graduate the next day. May 7th. FCCLA will be hosting a blood drive in conjunction with OBI here at school. That'll be the last one of this school year. May the 11th, we'll be having our annual Little Olympics track meet here at the school for 6th grade and down. We'll get started on that day around 9 a.m. So if you want to come out and watch those kids, please do. May 13th, we'll be having a talent show in the auditorium. Classes and individuals will be performing for prizes and applause. Please join them at 1 and or at 6 that evening. We've got 21 days left of school, so the end of the year will be here before we know it. I want to thank everyone for putting forth a great effort this year. Only other thing I forgot to put on here is that I did last week, as part of my duties as the District 1 and 2 rep for the High School Principals Association, we had a executive meeting at the Capitol. They held that in conjunction with the superintendent's meeting, and basically it was kind of, I guess, unofficially the principal's day at the Capitol. We went down. I went to go meet with Senator Merlot. He was tied up. Went to Speaker Hickman's office and got to speak to Jordan Russell for quite a while. It was a real good visit with him, and then the speaker did actually come out and spoke to me and another principal friend of mine for a little while, so it was good to make contact with them. You know, they've got a lot of stuff going on down there. You know, $611 million budget hole, and trying to figure out how not to cut us too far back. So hopefully, I think hopefully Mr. Hickman will be on our side on this deal. We'll see how it all shakes out. The session ends, what, the 30th of May? End of May. So we shall see what all shakes out down there at the Capitol building.
So the Toms and the Legion rather than the Caves.
They went out the other night when the storms came blowing up, and I guess that was incentive enough for them to realize that maybe that wouldn't be the best plan of action to have it outside, just in case some storm just decided to blow up on them. So
Yeah, because that wasn't even forecasted. It just like came out of nowhere.
yeah, I mean, just a very, very small chance, and all of a sudden here we go, and it was, I mean, we were talking good sized hail with that thing. So that was, I guess, incentive enough for them to realize maybe we need to move it inside somewhere. So not gonna be at the AF and AM. I know Mr. McQuestion's real disappointed in that.
Oh, I know, I just don't know how we'll stand that. all
Just
that
get a
rocking
lawn
and
chair.
rolling right there with my wall of thumping.
I think it'll be good, they'll be able to have their meal down there, and they'll have a large enough, plenty large enough space for
They can
everybody to
dance
dance.
outside if they want to.
They could go right out the side and dance
On
if they
Main
wanted.
Street, right in front of where you live.
Yeah. They can dance around the block. They can
They
do
could
the,
come down
do
there
the bunny
and
hop
visit you.
all the way around the square. I think we ought to get them talked into doing it.
Right?
You could work on a reading and Nicole. That could be your
They're
lead.
not talking to me.
Maybe that'll be the incentive to get them back to you.
We need to go online and download some pictures.
Yeah.
And tell them that these are some prospects we can contact.
I'll let you know that.
We need to go, what's that, jailbirds?
Oh, Lord, please. Can you imagine? No. Just
Oh,
say
man.
no.
Item 4, board to consider and take action to approve, disapprove, or take no action on quote for property casualty liability insurance from Oklahoma School Risk Management Trust.
Okay, insurance. Remember last year at this time, we had to change our carrier, and so we did. We went with O-Smart, and lo and behold, that is due again right now. We have a quote from them, and what I have is quote for, it's a year's quote, and that quote is actually, excuse me, $18,222, and it's got a rider on it for $14.27, which is a reserve contribution, but last year, it was $19,260, so it's down a little bit, and this for your information, I changed the coverage. And I changed the coverage on what they call our inland marine. We had, and it was what was on our property when I got here, and I just kept it. Our inland marine was really high. Inland marine coverage. If we leave school with athletic equipment, band equipment, something like that, that material is considered inland marine, all right? Technology, that equipment's considered inland marine. And it carries a $2,500 deductible rather than a $5,000 deductible. And we had like $1 million coverage on that equipment at a $2,500 deductible. That material was covered anyway at $1 million under our regular policy at a $5,000 deductible. And what happens is you got it covered under inland marine and you got it covered under your regular policy. Inland marine kicks in first at $2,500, and then anything on top of that, your regular policy then picks up the slack at $5,000 deductible. So you take our technology, it was covered at, let's say, $1 million at $2,500 deductible, and then covered an additional $1 million under the building at $5,000 deductible. We don't have that much. It was double covered. So we went in and eliminated that, so it just brought down our policy premium about $1,000. That's the only difference in it. And from a management standpoint, it's easier for me, and I don't know why it's easier for me. It's just easier for me to think about this on a fiscal year, which is July 1 to June 30th, and this thing is changing out in the middle of the year. And I talked to this gentleman who's our broker, and he said that's fine. I talked to him last year. We're going to do this, and then we'll probably cancel it as of June 30th, and then do this again, beginning July 1, to get us on a federal fiscal cycle. July 1 to June 30th, July 1 to June 30th, to get us, and we'll do a 12-month policy then. So, just want you to know that up front. So, when we come back and say, okay, we're gonna go cancel our insurance policy, and then here's another one, it's because we were caught up in that group of schools that was in that, system that went out last year and had to get new insurance. And it's just, we're a 2-month off cycle. So, I have a quote here from OSMART, Oklahoma Schools Risk Management, for our property casualty and liability insurance. And, it's for same company we had last year. It is for $18,222, and then reserve contribution of $1,427. Anybody like to look at it?
So that's gonna be prorated, 1,500 a month, basically,
Yeah.
3 months.
Uh-huh. What you got on the back there, Shane, the PO, is a copy of last year's PO.
And that covers the rest?
Not the one that's already leaking.
Where does it say that at?
They've already seen it. They've
Where
already
does it
been
say
up-
it? So when does it, do they not have that in here anywhere?
No, they've already seen it.
Somewhere.
Well, it's the same deal pretty much, isn't it? Did we have earthquake last year?
I don't
Yeah.
think we actually have felt one.
Yes, we do
Yeah, we
have
have
earthquake insurance.
I know that now, was it on there last year? I don't remember if it was or not.
And this one even covers man-made earth movement.
Handmade earth. We better check our homeowner's policy.
It's a good thing that trucks don't drive by up here.
Most of your homeowner's policy does not cover man-made. That's getting ready to be a big lawsuit in Oklahoma. Because they're gonna claim, anytime you go try to file an earthquake in Oklahoma, especially in northern Oklahoma, they're gonna claim, right now, they're gonna claim it's caused by fracking. And how do they know? There's a big group of them getting together. You're getting ready to see a big lawsuit filed on this deal. But this one, it doesn't, I mean, it's earthquake, it's earthquake. Doesn't matter.
Man-made or otherwise.
It'll be a lawsuit.
Or nature
Never
made.
settled.
Yep, that's right. There'll only be one group of individuals making money off of that deal.
No lawyers.
Make a motion to approve purchase of the insurance.
Second.
All those in favor?
Fuller,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Pereira,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Jessup.
Yes. Item 5, board vote to approve, disapprove, or take no action to enter into executive session to discuss the following items. A, employment, hiring, appointment, promotion, demotion, discipline, or resignation of individual salaried officers or employees pursuant to number 25 of the Oklahoma statutes, section 307B1.
I'll make a motion at 7:33.